All right, before you start your exam revision, just have a think about what you actually need to revise. So I think a good starting point is the VCAA exams, but there are a lot of publishers out there who have also done exams, and there are 2011 ones. I'm just going to show you where the VCAA exams are. So if you're on Google, you can just type in further maths and VCAA exam. These words should take you to the correct website, so you can see there it is. So if you press on that, it'll take you to the VCAA Further Maths page, and you just scroll down and there are the past exams. So you've got on the left hand side your past exam papers. So exam 1 is multiple choice, exam 2 is short answer. On the right hand side you have the assessment reports. So exam 1 assessment report, exam 2 assessment report. I noticed that 2010 assessment reports aren't very detailed, so have a look at previous years. So I'll just show you 2009 for example. So this is exam 1, the multiple choice, and what they do is they'll give you a table like this, and it actually goes through each question for each section. So here we're just looking at data analysis. So question 1, the right answer was D, and 94% of people got that one right. So if you're doing your exam revision and you just want to focus on difficult questions, it's a good idea just to look at questions that are probably less than 60%. So question 6 was a difficult one, question 9 quite difficult, 11, 12, 13 for example. So if you just want to focus on the difficult questions, then you can eliminate those easier questions. And then if you have a look here, all this information here, it just explains the question and the main problems that students made. So it's a good idea to be familiar with that. Now if I just go back and show you exam 2, it's pretty much the same thing, but the setting out's slightly different. So the first page just goes into detail about who studied what, but if you just scroll down, goes through the areas of strength, areas of weakness, and then it goes through each module separately. So here you can see the data analysis. So what they do is you got your questions. So question 1 and 2, total of 7 marks. The average was 4.1 out of 7. So when you're looking at difficult questions here, you're probably looking at about 50%. So that's above 50%, so you'd assume question 1 and 2 were alright. They give you solutions, and if we go down, so questions 3 and 4 were out of 8, or given 8 marks. The average was 3.8, so you'd probably look at question 3 and 4 and get an understanding of why people got that or those questions wrong, and then it's the same thing all the way through. So just make sure you do the right modules. Okay, so the next one you should do is geometry and trigonometry. So you can see here for questions 1A to C, the average mark was 2.3 out of 3. So you would assume that question was quite easy. All right, if I just go back to the VCAA website, on this side you have your exams. So I'll just go to the 2010 exam. This is what it looks like. Yours will look exactly the same. The only thing that will change is the time. Okay, so probably won't be doing it on the 1st of November 2010. Now this is important. So section A is just your core module. That's your statistics module. There are 13 questions for that module. Multiple choice, answer every question. Don't leave anything blank. It's better to guess and maybe you'll get it right than not answer it at all. Section B, there's 6 modules. Remember, we only did 3, so you only have to answer those modules, and there's 9 questions per module. There's also a formula sheet right at the end, so be familiar with that formula sheet as well. Okay, just so you know, if a question came up on the exam, you're able to directly go to your formula sheet instead of looking through your bound reference. So I highly recommend that you look at the VCAA website, especially the assessment reports. Just read through them in addition to doing the questions, and they're very helpful.